Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Today's episode number 80. We've actually got a massive game in the French Cup 10th round. Usually I wouldn't bring you a game this early on in the Cup, especially in France where there is a lot of third division sides that get through to this round and an extreme amount of second division sides that get through to this round. However, we've somehow gone and drew the mighty task of going away to Marseille. If you are enjoying the content, do give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. A lot of the people watching the content at the minute aren't subscribers. It really helps the channel. Same way leaving a comment does the same thing. So comment about absolutely anything and I will probably reply to you no matter what it is. Without further ado, let's just go through the French Cup and generally how it works. If you look at the 10th round here, there is a whole heap of sides. There's a couple of NT2 sides, NTC sides, sorry, I should say. A couple of, National 2A sides are in there. A lot of national sides are in there, and a lot of League 2 sides are in there. So you've got one team, two teams from the 5th division, a team or two from the 4th division, a lot of, and a couple of teams from the 3rd division, and a lot of 2nd division sides still in the Cup. Yet we somehow managed to get Marseille. Could be worse, could have got PSG. That is for sure. Usually how it goes, you really don't get a really, really interesting tie until about the quarter-final. I've had some times with Paris 13 Athletic, I've played literally not a League 1 side to the final, and my first time I won the Cup, I played only a League 1 side, and I think it was SNDN, and they weren't particularly good enough, save in the quarterfinal, and I played League 2 and National League sides all the way, including the final when I first won it. So, look, out of all the cup competitions, I actually think France is the easiest because you just have to avoid PSG as much as possible and pray you don't get them. But saying that, a 10th round draw against Marseille is not fun. I will say about Marseille, not having a good year at all. They have had a little bit of resurgence of late, but this is pre-break. This is the first game back from the break, but a very hard time through here. They aren't a team predicted to be 13th right now, and they currently sit 13th, so there is some better quality than what they've got currently at the moment. If you have a look at our side, though, we're purring, we're loving life, everything's great. Since we obviously played FC Nantes, which was a massive game in the league for ourselves, I obviously played in the Conference League, won easy, and my full strength side played in the 9th round of the Cup and run semi-convincingly there as well. But look, it's full strength, it's Marseille away. This has the potential to be dangerous. I would love to win this competition as of right now, and especially with us being 3 points clear in the league, it could be an absolutely massive time to do the double. With that being said, we are going to go full strength, and we are as followed. It's Markovic, Vanderson, Nelson, Anel, Pellegrini as the 4, Stiller, Goretzka, and Batrunja as the midfield 3, Pulisic, Jonathan David, and Ryan Soler up front is our normal front 3. Obviously, we can only have 7 on the bench, not 9, so there is a few guys that are off. World Cup at the end of this year as well, so a few of these French guys vying to get into my World Cup squad. Cannot wait to pick that squad as well and see what we can do. Now, this Marseille side is going to be definitely plucky, to say the least, and hopefully we can go out there and do a job. If we go to the opposition instructions, they've got Gunnarsson, who's a decent keeper, the Icelandic international. Livramento is pretty good. That's probably one of the worst Livramentos I've seen on FM. Axel is not bad. The Argentinian's been cut 12 times. Zagri is not bad and pretty quick. Danny Perez is okay. See what I mean? They're a little bit older, but they're not too bad. He's actually a very good creation international, actually. Great mentals on Petter Cook there. Jeans Petter Haag I've seen be very good on FM, and there he is. He played part of that Norway squad that gave me trouble in the Euros. Lookman, decently alright, and they've got my boy Pasquetta from West Ham from when we were there first time around. So there we go. They're not a bad little side. They've got a Romanian international on the bench as well. They got Mitrovic at 35 here as a backup striker there. Gabriel Texeria, for people that remember, used to be pretty good to pick up. They even got Maximilian Wober. So some names that you know there at Marseille, probably underperforming a little bit in the league. And look, this isn't the easiest tie to get. However, for me, getting a team like this early on in the Cup is a really good thing, because if you get through them and win, it's one less bigger side there, and you may have seen a couple of the smaller sides play each other, which they are. Pulisic early doors makes it 1-0 as well. Early corner headed away, and Pulisic from outside the box puts one in to that far corner. Coming in from that left-hand side. If Jonathan David wasn't here, Pulisic would be on the left. Jonathan David's fantastic on the left as well. So Pulisic is, better out the two on the right, so he plays out there. But there he is in that more preferred position of the park. To be fair, the keeper should do a lot better. Gunnarsson, the Icelandic international. But we lead 1-0. First shot of the match has gone in. I can live with this. This is good. This is not too bad at all. 20 minutes played, 1-0. Still going, still here. Jonathan David gets crunched. Livramento, Pesqueta dropping in as he does. And Cook going forward now. And here he goes, still going. Went for goal. Very brave. He could have actually slipped in a couple of his players running forward there. Never decided to. And it was a good run from what is their best midfielder, but didn't do enough. Anel, Pellegrini. Anel again, 28 minutes in. But Trunya, poor ball, left it short. We're lucky that Haag had to hit the first time because Nelson came charging at him. But that was not good at all. An under-hit pass at the back. Look, apart from this getting the goal early, not been the greatest start by us. Let's be honest here. But we lead approaching half-time, and that's all that matters in the Cup. Instead of during our whole FA Cup run, doesn't matter how you win games in the Cup, just win them. Because there is no price of playing good football. It's all about winning in the end result. I ain't going to actually tell them that was not good enough. I didn't think we played well enough at all. I'm going to continue off here into the second half. Still on the booking, but I don't actually have Emery on the bench, but Quinton Timber can come in there. Don't want to see a red card, obviously. I'm trying to get to the 60th if I could. And knowing the French Cup, I think you can only make 3 changes as well off the top of my head. Maybe wrong. I know in the FA Cup you could only make 3. And I'm pretty sure in France you could only make 3. Cook going forward here. You just feel like if Marseille get a goal, you could be in trouble. And, well, that could have been a goal. That was great one-touch football as Haag plays is over. Highlight straight away as well. Nelson. Anel has to go out into here, surely. Does. Pellegrini can now go forward. Jonathan David presented at feet. Good touch inside. But Trunya, Goretzka, great ball to Soler. Pulisic and Soler play 1-2. Should be 2-0 here. It is. Ryan Soler given the opportunity. Ain't going to miss that. That's goal number 31. We're just starting in January. Yes, that is a lot of European goals. But that is goal number 31. And that is superb. I just love the movement here. Goretzka around the corner, Soler, just to allow himself to get, past his man and goal side with the 1-2 Pulisic. Very well played by Pulisic and him. And no, that is exactly where we need to be. 60 minutes played on the clock. We can only make 3 changes, so Stiller's going to come out for Quinton Timber. I think that's a very easy substitution. We also know Pulisic's having a great game, and Skov Olsen hasn't played many minutes, so I am going to make that change there as well to allow for that to occur, to allow Skov some more minutes so he stays happy, because he's a very good backup player to have. Vanderson throws, Nelson now 2-0 up, flying through this 10th round of the Cup, and Timber, Nelson, finds Anel, who's been fantastic this season. Drives into the middle of the park. Nelson again. Goretzka. Good ball over the top looking for Skov Olsen, but in the end, just didn't put enough on it. It was well tracked, to be fair. Should look like it was going to get over the top. Lookman goes on a very driving run. It's one of those players in FM that always causes issues. Haug, Livramento, great 1-2. Numbers queuing, ball in. Markovic gets fingers but can't keep it out. And just like that, it's a goal straight away back. It's 2-1, 65 minutes played. And from what was looking, comfortable-ish, has now become a little bit nervy. That's a very well-worked move. And Livramento's a lot better than what he is on this game. And Cook with a good header. Markovic did really well to make up the ground, but didn't do enough. Pellegrini's had a stinker. I know Ram's not available. But what I am going to do is going to get him off there for Pascal Lefebvre, who can play out there. And I'm actually going to get him in as the inverted wing back on defend and tell him to sit and tuck inside a little bit more. And that should help us out here a little bit in defending. Gunnarsson goes long. Only as far as Victor Nelson. Goretzka picks that one up. Lefebvre, Patrunya, Soler. Good ball out there. Skov also makes a good run. Was ignored first time. Goretzka makes the bombing on run. Oh, well done, Goretzka. You don't see that too often where they have a clear cut across the goal for an open goal. A lot of the time, the striker or the player will shoot. Soler's giving it the good old Tommy gun celebration. Love that, because that's now 3-1. But this is superb. Should have been Skov Olsen's here, but look at Goretzka's run. He's so smart. First time ball to allow Soler to tap home. Keeper left stranded. And you see a lot of the time they shoot, but a player of extreme quality and an extreme game awareness, Goretzka, perfect. 82 minutes on the clock. Highlight here for Marseille. Lookman's in, need to get across, and has hit the bar. Falls a Haig, backstick ball headed, cleared by Goretzka. Skov Olsen going down the other end. It's now about trying to set up shop here because we just need to win. Skov goes down the line and then loses out. I am going to make the change here for Goretzka to go in as a bit more of a box-to-box midfielder on support. We're going to get Vanderson to actually sit in now as just a fullback there on support. With an inverted wing back on defend, we don't need to really do too much, and we just need to start time wasting that little bit more here. Play for a set piece and run down the clock. Don't be as expressive and lower the tempo. Basically saying, boys, get the ball, win a free kick, take the time off the clock, get home. 88th minute. If this is not a goal from Marseille, we're probably home. It's been an interesting game then nonetheless. A third taking his time, which is great from Pascal. Pascal. Boy over the top looking for Ryan to left, finds him. Gets to the byline. Cuts it. Goretzka, deflection off Wober and in. It's going to be an own goal, but it all comes from the movement of Goretzka to hold outside the box. And Ryan Soler with the presence of mind to find the ball. To be fair, it should be a goal to Goretzka because the shot's clearly on target. But FM loves giving them his own goals, so fair enough. But as you can see here, great positioning from Goretzka. Good hit. It's because it's hit Wober in the head that is counted as an own goal. If they hit him in the body, it would be a normal goal for Goretzka. But that's fantastic. That's game over. We've done it. We're through the next round of the Cup. Fairly easy, but you will say, if you watch this episode, it wasn't the easiest of the game. Let's be honest. There was definitely some nervy moments. But with that being said, we've won a very good game. We were very clinical with 6 shots, 4 of them going in. We did allow Marseille 17 shots. It's something to look at. Maybe something that Marseille are probably ruining all year is the fact they've probably created that many chances and not scored as many as they would have liked. But with that being said, we're through to the next round of the Cup. I don't know when that's being drawn at all, or else I would say maybe we'll stick around there too. Not actual Mbappe, obviously, I'm being scouted. It's our Mbappe that we have here. Manu's been listed for loan by Newcastle. He's been looking fantastic. If I needed a backup midfielder, yeah, he would come in as well. Got to send the assistant away to that. And if I go into the Cup, when is the 11th round drawn? On the 7th, tomorrow. Beautiful. Let's go. All right, let's see if we get in the next round, because if it's a big team, we're going to give it to you as an episode, and if it's not a big team, then there we are. Mbappe off the mark. That's fine. We were dominant. We know that. Let's see how dominant we were. Pretty dominant, to be fair. Scored the last goal with them being maybe slightly more on top. But let's see. Here we go. We're selling some youngster. They get 5% of the fee, apparently. A lot of scouting reports. Should have the draw very shortly here for the 11th round of the Cup. Competition we have to win. If you have enjoyed the episode, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. And, well, they want us to draw Red Star, sending in on Paris FC. I'm happy with all of them. First out is FC Nantes. That's RC Lens. Next is US Orleans. Yes, please. We don't. PAFC. See what I mean? 2 national 3rd division sides playing each other. Imagine getting to the 12th round and then seeing one of them as your next draw. Harvey AC, SMCN, 2 League 2 sides. FC Nancy, we get Monaco. Beautiful. I'm not going to give you that as an episode. Nancy currently sitting in 2nd in League 2. Their best player is Geordie, who's on loan there by the looks of it, and he's on loan from Marseille themselves. So if we just slap Marseille and their best players from Marseille, something tells me we're going to slap them. So that's not going to be next episode. Next episode, more than likely, is going to be PSG. We'll recap of that game there. And if we get a very hard draw in the conference round, I'll let you know. And if the next round, I think the 12th round of the Cup gets drawn out, it's a big game, we'll obviously do that as well. But look, we beat Marseille, we get an easy draw, and next episode is a chance to play PSG, knowing that if we win, we get 6 points from a possible 6 from PSG, and more than likely put ourselves in a position to win the league. Till next time, thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you.